Okay, first, very welcome. A lot of people here.
Yes, a lot of, yeah.
Thank you for coming. Please excuse me for reading from my notes, but this talk is in English and I need this paper to hold on to.
Yeah.
Anders Petersen, one of the most important photographers of our time, I would say. Welcome. Behind us here, you see two photographs. Maybe it's a little bit morbid to start with, but in a way, they are the start, at least one of them. Two cemeteries, one of Christer Strömholm and one of you. Christer's photograph is from 1959 and yours from 2005.
Right.
Yeah, both from France. Yeah. Christer Strömholm's photographs is the beginning of your beginning, in a way.
It is.
To become a photographer and take photographs.
Yeah, for the shooting, yes.
Yeah. Please tell us about how it started and the importance of this image.
The importance, well, you see, before shooting, I was trying to paint, trying to write, but it was a very lonely business because you were sitting there alone in your wardrobe. So it was very, very lonely. And then I saw two other guys. I was staying in Gamla Stan at that time. I saw two other guys shooting a lot of people, having a good time. It was this photographer called Peter Knopp. I don't know if you know him. He was working for Aftonbladet and working for Lektyr at that time also, or Fibaktuelt, I don't know. And also another guy called Udo Riedel. He was a very, very nice guy. Also, Peter was very nice. But what was so obvious for me when I saw them, they were together with people. They had a nice time. And it wasn't so much about the picture at all. It was having a good time, you know. And it was an adventure. And they were meeting each other. They were meeting other people, you know. And I looked at them and I said to myself, this could be something. So I went more and more interested. I was more and more interested in shooting, you know, shooting people, mostly. I'm not for shooting so much other things like buildings and so, even if I do that, but I prefer people. People are the most problematic and lovely experience you can have as a photographer, and to enter the room of a new human being you have never seen before is unbelievable.
We come to that, Anders. I have to stop you there.
Yes.
Can you please tell us about these dead people?
Are the dead people?
Maybe not, because you can see their footsteps.
Yeah, exactly, because that was the point.
Yeah, right.
You know, I was sitting in a barber's. I was cutting my hair. A long time ago, it was in '65 probably. And then it was a long line, and then I was looking in Året Runt and all these type of magazines, you know, and they have crosswords, you know, where you could fill in, you know, and I like that, you know, it's a little hoo-hoo. And there were small pictures, you know, like a stamp, you know. And there was a picture of a graveyard. And you can see that graveyard here. And in my imagination at that time, I saw that the dead people, they were visiting each other, and the snow and the footsteps in the snow showed that. So it was clear, you're not dead, even if you think you are dead. You go and see each other in the night time, you know, and then the photographer is coming there early in the morning and see it all, you know, and understands life. And I thought at that time, it was, and I also think it now, it was a lovely, surrealistic and symbolic way of shooting.
But it was a trigger for you to...
It was a trigger, and I started the school. I didn't know who the photographer was, didn't know at all. And after a while, I learned it was Christer. So I started his school and tried to learn something. And he was the best teacher I had, you know. I must say, he was very distinct, very short, like Hemingway. Not good, better, you know. In that way, it was to go to his lessons. It was like an adventure.
How come you decided to take this homage 2005?
Because
they're quite similar.
They're in a way, yes, absolutely.
In a way, I think they're. Really
yes, they are. And and this picture of me, that's the one beside Christer's picture, is taken in Saint-Étienne in 2006. I was there on a residence, you know. I travel to different cities and take some pictures, you know. I like that. And they pay me, you know. It's a way of living also. And if you like adventures, it's nice. If you like people, it's even nicer. So I went there. It was snowing in April. It was snowing in Saint-Étienne. Hello. So I was not dressed for that. And then I went up to these graveyards, and I saw these footsteps, and there are only my footsteps here. Nobody else were there, of course, because it was snowing. It was very cold.
Know that.
Yeah. And then I went around. If you see, you can see that, you know, the same footsteps, and I went around, and then I took the picture.
But
and thinking of Christer.
Did you arrange this?
No, not at all. I was thinking of Christer.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking of his picture, right?
Okay.
Yes, I did. No, it's kind of, yes, you're right.
Okay. Okay. Café Lemitz, please.
What? Café Lemitz, yeah. Yes,
like
exactly.
Right.
Yes.
First, 1973, your first book, Gröna Lund, was published. Why did you choose a fun fair for your first book?
No, it is like this. You know, to start with Café Lemitz, just a little. You know,
I will come back to that.
I know, but it is the same. What I will say is the same for Gröna Lund.
Okay.
Because I chose something in the middle of four walls surrounding. I need the frames. It's easier though than in that way to shoot. It's easier to get to know people, and it's the same in Gröna Lund. For Gröna Lund, I get to know the people standing around the dancing place, for instance. You know, it's the same people coming there every Friday and Saturday. The same gentlemen, the same ladies with their small handbags. It's just the same. It's a movement. It's a culture thing, you know. And they are standing there like gods. And they have their special positions, and they have their favorites, and I got to know them, and I like that, to get to know people, because shooting is not that important. What is important for me is this thing, getting to know people and getting to know yourself, because you see yourself in other people, always. It's always the same.
Okay, but back to Café Lemitz.
Yeah.
You had been to Germany and study, right? And then you went back to Hamburg.
I was there for half a year.
Why did you go back?
I went back in '67 in March, April, and then at that time I went together with Kenneth Gustafsson for 1 month. We went to Hamburg, and it was a great experience because I've been there before, and we had a good time together, Kenneth and me. And then I went there again in October, and I told myself I told Christer, I have to see my friends, because when I was there 5 years earlier, there was a gang of people from different countries in Europe. We were a kind of gang going around together, having having a good time together, and I went there to see if they were still there. And if you want something in St. Pauli at that time, in Hamburg at that time, you have to go to a special bar called Scandi Bar on Seilerstrasse. And it's a typical bar opening at 12 o'clock around in the night. Open until 7, 8 in the morning. It's for people working in St. Pauli as striptease dancers, as drag queens, and in the brothels, and so prostitutes, and all these people in this.
Came together.
Yeah, exactly. So there I met Gertrude. Gertrude is there, by the way. She is sitting there with a mirror, making makeup. That's Gertrude. And I met her I knew her since before. I met her and I said, you have to help me. You have to help me, really. Because I'm in a photo school. Because I was in the photo school. I was a student. And so I want to take pictures of my friends, but they're all dead, she said. Oh, not all, I said. Yes, more or less. I don't know where they are. So she refused. After 3 beers, she said yes. And we decided to meet at a place called Café Lemitz, close to Zeugasmarkt, with a Bismarck statue close. Next day at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is 1 in the night, 1 o'clock in the night. Because daytime she is sleeping. She is working and up during nighttime. And I went there exactly at 1 o'clock. Nobody, no Gertrude was there, but it was full of people, like here. You couldn't find a place to sit, really. So everybody was standing, talking, dancing, a lot of music. You know, it was Chuck Berry, it was Fats Domino, it was Little Richard, it was Johnny who was singing Jungen kommt wieder, Fanny wieder hinaus. Was lovely. It was a great atmosphere, thick, and everybody was smoking, and me too. I put my Nikon F on the table, and immediately came a man up to my camera and said, is it a good one? Quite good, I said. It was a Nikon F. They are good. And he said he had a better one. Yeah, of course. He had a Retina 1C. So, of course, it was better, I said. And after that, we had a beer together. And then we continued with the beers. And after 3 beers or something, we went up to the bar and started with stronger things. And then ladies came and we started to dance with them. They were very beautiful. I remember that. Extremely beautiful. I think they were men. Yeah, I think so. And then I noticed, where is my camera? My camera was gone. Somebody stole it, I thought, you know. And then suddenly I looked far away in the bottom of this space. I saw my camera in the air, and they were throwing it to each other and taking pictures of each other like that. Oh, that's nice, I said. And then I went down and dancing there and said, it's my camera, so you have to take a picture of me. Yes. It's fine, yeah. And they took a picture of me and handed it over, and so it was mine. I didn't throw it away. I had it. And at that time, Gertrude came, yes, 2 hours late. She came and she saw me shooting, and it was fine. Everything was fine.
How long were you there?
I was there for
several times, right?
6 or 8 times. I started in October 67. And ended up with an exhibition over the bars, over the places where you sit, and over the bar, with 350 pictures in 24 by 30. Oh. 350, or 351. And we made a deal, and we with Kurt. Kurt was the man behind the bar, and everybody who recognized himself could take down the picture and keep it. So it was a very short exhibition. It was 4 days. 4 days. Yeah. I was nice. It was really. I was drunk all the time. because everybody want to say cheers and so.
Who made the
Prost.
prints?
What?
Who made the prints?
Me and Ann-Kristin Ek.
Okay.
Yes. I made 2 prints of each picture.
Okay.
One
One to
for Lemitz and one for Gallery Carlson.
Aha, okay.
Yes.
All right.
It
gallery here in
opened
Stockholm.
May 11 in 1970.
Okay.
Gallery Carlson. I was calling it at 1/4 from Reeperbahn.
Okay.
Yes, it was 1/4 from Reeperbahn. Mm.
So in 1979, Café Lemitz was published in Germany.
78.
78, okay.
79 in France.
Okay, sorry. But then, like 4 years later, it was published in Sweden. How?
Yes,
why?
it was because I am a Swede.
Yeah.
I'm
but
living here.
Why didn't it
Yes, that
been published before?
because I tried, in the 70s, I went up to 5, 7 publishers here in Sweden. They all said no. And not only no, they said never in my life. I was very depressed, actually, and I stopped shooting. I went to the Swedish film school for 2 years. I don't understand why, because the film school at that time, I'm talking about Dramatiska Institutet, wasn't so good. Not good. Perhaps before, but not during this time. Because coming from Strömman School, I mean, everything was a kind of dull. Yeah, boring. Really boring. Yeah. So I started with Gröna Lund then, while I was in the film school.
All right. So I would say that you were very noticed and praised early in your career.
Me?
Yes. I don't know if I have dreamt this, but I think Fellini did an interview with you in Playboy.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. Yes. Fellini was a nice guy.
How did that came?
I don't know. I think, he was working for Playboy, the Italian one.
Yeah.
The Italian Playboy, not the American one.
Okay.
So they had a different.
I don't know.
Playboy was big at that time.
Okay.
No, he was.
But how come he interviewed you?
But he was calling, He was calling
okay.
me. He got my number through Shema Mosel.
Okay.
Calling me.
Oh, so he had seen the Café Lemitz?
Of course. Yeah, I've seen the book, yes. And I liked it. Liked it very much. And I can understand because if you see... there is a book, by the way, by Fellini. He collected a lot of pictures from people coming wanting to be in his films. And he took pictures of... Have you seen this book? It's very interesting. It's all kind of people. Very, very interesting. And so it was a similarity between Café Lemitz and this book.
Okay.
Probably.
For me, you're constantly developing and only getting better and better. That's me. I'm always telling you this. But for many artists and musicians who got a lot of attention in the beginning of their career, they get like a #1 hit or making a masterpiece, and having a hard time matching it later in the career. They're always compared to an earlier work or success. How have you handled your continuation and your development? Because I really think you are.
No, I don't think I have handled it. I haven't thought about that so much. I have thought about trying to achieve other goals, get into a deeper way of shooting, a more honest way of shooting. But I after Café Lemitz came out, I went to the prison.
I will go there.
Okay. Oh, yes.
To go there.
Also, okay.
Then let's go to the prison.
Yeah.
Fängelse, please.
Fängelse. Yeah.
In something that you recently called the institutional trilogy.
Yeah.
So it's Fängelse, prison, from 1984, the first part.
Yeah.
So how did it became?
Yeah, it was. I have always been interested in what is behind closed doors. So, what is very interesting? It's always very interesting, don't you think? It is. It's very interesting to see what is going on, especially if it's forbidden to enter. And this is what I tried to do, but it was almost impossible. They sent me to a prison for women down there in Skåne, in the south of Sweden. I was not so interested, and I said no. And then you have to go through Kriminalvårdsstyrelsen, you know. At that time, there was a guy called Martinsson, Martinsson, who was the big boss of Kriminalvårdsstyrelsen. And he said, no. And then, by a chance, I had the opportunity to ask Janne Mattsson and Anders Petersen, who was doing a kind of movie for the Swedish television, you know, from a Swedish prison, yes, a movie from Österåker prison in Åkersberga, north of Åkersberga, 6-7 miles from Stockholm, north of Stockholm in the forest. And I said, I can be, a still photographer for your film. Yes, okay. So I followed them. So I went inside the wall. That wall, it's 1,100 meter long and 7 meter high, that wall. Now it's, oh, there it is. And I went inside and I started to shoot there and started with one part of it, and then I recognized I get to know many people from other parts of the prison. You have 8 different parts, I think, in this prison. And I asked the boss, the boss of the prison, that was a fantastic woman called Ambrit Grünewald, a wonderful woman, with integrity, with everything, sharp as hell, and with integrity, blytung also. And she liked the idea that I went to other parts, you know, and I stayed there as long as I wanted, almost. You know. And so I stayed there for 3 years. I was staying outside the wall, this wall, you know. I had a Volvo, a big Volvo, a big, you know, old Volvo, and I slept there. And so I went up during the mornings to around 7. I tried to stand up, and I went directly to the Centralvakten, to the big guard, you know, they controlled everything. And then I went through, and I went on for 2 weeks, and after a while they stopped to strip me because they understood I'm not that type of guy who is running around with drugs. So it was okay, and they changed it into coffee and sandwich with cheese. That is very nice. So it started to go very well, and I went to one block after the other, and I had small exhibitions in each block, you know.
Inside the prison, yeah.
Yeah, exactly like in Limits, you know.
Yeah.
And after a while, I couldn't. And then they took it and put them up in their small rooms. They are, well, you know, 7 by 5 meter, and they are not so big. So after a while, I couldn't even take pictures there because they were full of my pictures. It was difficult, but you know, that's how it started. Yes.
And how the prisoners? How did they react?
Oh, they liked it.
Yeah,
they liked it because you can imagine it's not so funny to sit there all alone with other prisoners and they are talking about only one thing: how to make other good money, you know, in that way or that way. You know, I know much how to do that. Yeah, they told me. Yes, it's true. And I know these people. I mean, I know Tobbe there, I know China there, and so on and so on. And after a while, it's a kind of family, of course, you know. And what the secret behind this kind of shooting is that you're not just coming there as a type of photographer, you're also or a thief of pictures. You're also coming as someone giving away pictures, not just stealing, but giving away what you took. That's very important, this thing, these two things, not just one thing.
That was your way to connect.
Yeah, always. Not so much now, because now I deal with a lot of street shooting.
Yeah.
And then it's more difficult.
So 1991, the book Rågång till kärleken was published. You and Göran Odbratt.
Absolutely.
Who wrote the text for the book.
Yeah, but excuse me, but not only the text, he was the guy who contacted me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and you was going to do the elderly care.
Yes. Yeah. House for.
How did that happen? How did you start with that? You said Göran came to you.
Yeah, Göran came to me and asked me if I could do that with him. Yes, absolutely, because it was in the same. Like in prison, it was the same thing for me, It's a closed institution. It's not locked, but it's closed for normal people like you sitting here, You have to be very old to go inside, or a relative, Not just someone from the street is going there and coming there and sitting there and talking there.
How old were you when you did Rågång?
Rågång. There was no wait. How old? Yeah. Vänta. I was 50 or something. No. Kind of. 50.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. How was the integration with the elderly?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Lovely. Unbelievable. So I learned a lot. Yes. Fantastic personalities. That's how it is. I mean, you don't need a camera for having a lot of good and interesting times. You don't need a camera really, but I had a camera, right? But Elsa, for instance, she was 95 years old. When I get to know her, she invited me to her little room, and she was inviting me for sherry. I remember that, sherry. And then she put on some Spanish singer. I don't remember his name, but he was very popular. My mother played him a lot on a record player, Poof, 78, and we were dancing.
All right.
Yeah. It was really very nice, yes.
Different way.
And after the sherry, I mean, we had a lot of good time together, really. Yes. And that's how it was. Also with Jack, I don't know if he's here. Jack?
No, there is no images from Rågång.
No, okay.
So can we continue with Ingen har sett allt, please?
That's the mental care.
Yeah, exactly. The closed.
Absolutely. Not very close. No, not very close, but closed, yes.
Yeah, there is another step.
Yeah.
But this is 1995. You concluded the trilogy with Ingen har sett allt, about the closed psychiatric care. Again, together with Göran Odbratt.
Absolutely.
As a text writer.
Without Göran, nothing would happen that way.
Okay.
He was fantastic. He had an entrance.
I remember when this is like when you were turning 50, I believe, sort of. I remember we met you. I think we met you on your 50th birthday, and you said you could just see us for like an hour, and then you were going back or something.
Okay, yeah.
And please tell us a little bit about this, because this is a really really hardcore.
It is, yes. In a way, yes. But what it is, and what is important to point out, this is people like me and you, ordinary people, And if you go down to en gemensam nämnare, I don't know the English word for that. If you go down to the bottom, we are all very alike, you know. We have many, many things in common. And if you focus on that, it's not a problem at all. It's just smooth. It's all about respect and having a good time and understand the different personalities with their different because it's sick behaviors, you know.
For a long time were you here?
3 years, I think. 2.5, 3 years. Always 3 years. I don't know why. But it takes a time, you know. My way is not just going there. I remember, you know, when I went to prison. Just short. I went to prison. One of the very famous photographers in Dagens Nyheter, this was in 84, he came up to me. He was very famous at that time. I don't know what he's doing now. But at that time, in 84, he told me, okay, it's when he saw the book, it's okay, but on the other hand, I could have done that in 2 weeks. And the thing is, he is correct. He's absolutely correct, because that is the way most of the people working for the press is thinking. This is the way. But I'm not interested in having hoo-hoo pictures, you know, action pictures and so on. I'm interested in getting to know people and to trying to understand them and trying to find a closeness, you know, to be close to them, to understand their backgrounds, their parents, what they have done in their lives, and so on and so on and so on. This is my thing. This is my thing. When it comes to shooting, this is my really good thing. It's like a dessert.
You said you usually say that is the contact with this person.
Yeah,
that is the most important thing, and not the image itself.
Yes.
But can I ask you, does the contact continue after you receive your image?
Yes, many times. Yeah. Yes. But. I'm looking here. What kind of pictures? No, there is no one I have contact with here now.
Okay.
Ted is dead here. Lucia is dead.
But you do still have, like you said, you have still have contact with some of
some of them
you shot at the prison.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Yes. One of them, what's his name?
So the camera is a tool for you, right?
It is, of course.
Yeah.
It is. It's a tool opening up doors, you know. And if you have this kind of, feeling, this kind of approach that I have as a photographer. I'm talking to you as photographers now. If you are a photographer and have this kind of approach that we are all alike, and there are more things that we have in common that separate us. If we have this, you will see, wherever you go, you will see that many, many doors are going to open up for you. You are invited into the homes. Yes. Yes, it is like that. And I don't know how they know, but it's perhaps in the body language, because that's the first they see. They see the body language. And if you're going a little bit like that, they are a bit suspicious.
I will come back to that.
Yes. Okay.
Can we have the City Diary covers, please? Sometimes in the mid-70s, you asked me to help you to put together a book called City Diary, right? We worked for a pretty long time. And
it was you who came up with the name.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was you.
Okay. But I worked with it for a long time.
Yeah.
And I showed you my proposal, and we were both very satisfied with it.
Yeah.
But then 2 weeks later, I called you back and said, please come up to my studio. And I said, I've been thinking about it, I've been looking at it, and I think we should throw it all away and start again.
Mm-hmm.
And then my suggestion was to make less pretentious book, like 64 pages, soft cover, stapled, and call them City Diary 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And that it would be a project that will be an ongoing project.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the title promised.
Yeah.
New and old photographs. We started with City Diary 1 to 3 that we put into an envelope. And now we have finished, long time ago, 4 and 7. But which for various reasons...
5 years ago.
Oh, yeah. And for various reasons are not coming out of the press, but we hope so. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, you never stop in your development as a photographer. During the City Diary, with the time when we've been working with them, a lot of books have been published. How do you manage to continue? What is your drive?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
The drive. The
Yes.
drive. The drive is, of course, and that is the same for every photographer, I think. And that is curiosity, that you're curious, that you don't know enough. And as a matter of fact, the older you get, I'm 81 now, and the older you get, the more you know that you don't know anything. Because you know so much, so you don't know anything. That's how it is. So you can, yeah, it's true. And so you can calmly go straight on and shoot and to know more and more and more. And for me, I am not so very interested in answers. Knowing all the answers in the world, it doesn't make me happier. I am interested in the questions, in different voices and different levels of questions. This is very interesting. And the most interesting thing to shoot, it has always been for me like that. That is people. People. I will never have enough of that. They all surprise me all the time. Yesterday I was in Linköping and I took a lot of pictures there, and it was in a bar. It was during this festival that they are singing.
Okay.
You know?
I don't know that.
No, you didn't know that. No, but they were, you know. It was on the television also. But you're not...
Aha, Melody Festival.
Yeah, exactly. That.
Okay.
Exactly. They're singing. Yeah. Funny. It's interesting. I mean, there are so many. Ooh, it's lovely.
Okay.
I mean, you feel alive.
Okay. But now also you're in a residence in Malmö, right?
Yes.
What are you looking for in Malmö?
Well, people. Surprise. Yeah. No, but you know, people...
But is it easy to find people?
Yeah, no, it's not
exactly.
so easy.
No, exactly.
In Malmö, no, I have... no, it's hard, you know, and so, but I'm trying, yeah.
But what kind of
But I have some
environment
friends there, and they are helping me.
Okay.
But without your friends, you're nothing. It is...
So what kind of environments are you looking for when you're there?
Every kind of environments where there are people, and also cats and dogs.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Cats and dogs. You can't make a book without cats.
Okay.
No, or dogs. That for sure.
Can we have the City Diary 7 to 13, please? Yeah, you always say you want to be close. You always.
Yeah, close. Yeah.
Close to a person you photograph.
Yeah.
How close?
Both geographically, physical, but also here from heart.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this is many years ago. You, me, and Lars Thunbjörk were in Paris, and we were bar hopping. Every bar we enter. It only took like a few minutes. You started photograph some of the guests, and they were like 100% on board. They were totally fine with it. And it was like they had been asking you to take the photograph. They didn't know who you were. They did absolutely at all. You had a camera, Lars had a camera, but they went to you. And it's like you attract people. It's like magic. And I remember Lars and I just stood there gapping. What the fuck is going on? I mean, we've been seeing that a lot of time. And I don't want to ask you about your magic trick here, but why do you think it is that you gain such a deep trust from people directly?
I think it's very simple. People are clever.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, but I think people, if you like people, it's not a big question. I mean, then you show it. I don't hide it.
No, you don't.
No. Well, I should have.
No,
I like people. I like different type of people, and it's all very interesting to get to know them. I think so. I still think so. I have been shooting for a long time now. Almost 60 years?
Yes.
Or no.
Yes.
Yeah, almost.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Okay. I would say you really have your own language. I recognize a photograph from you miles away. Where did you find that language?
Well, you mean my influences?
Yeah,
perhaps.
Yeah, that's my next question. Where you got your inspiration from?
For me, the photography is like a family tree, right? You are influenced by many, many photographers and many people outside photography world. But if we're talking about the photographers, this tree have different branches, You have different type of photography. You have war photography, you have fashion photographers, you have portrait photographers, you have that and that and that. But I am interested in a special branch there at the bottom. I don't know. And of course, there are many, many photographers sitting on this branch as small birds. And one is, of course, for me, Christer Strömholm. And then, of course, Ed van der Elsken's Love on the Left Bank. And of course, these three wonderful women, Lisette Model, Diane Arbus, and Nan Goldin, sitting there also. And then Robert Frank, and then Ouija, and then Boris Mikhailov, and then Daido Moriyama, and then I think Geo Engström is a very serious photographer.
Are you influenced by chance not a photographer like painters?
Painters
directors,
for sure. Painters, yes,
Yeah?
yes. I am, for instance, Marlene Dumas, of course, Lucien Freud, of course, yes, many others, and I'm not that much into music. No, I miss that. I am listening to a lot of music when I'm
The darkroom.
in the darkroom when I'm printing. I mean, Fellini, for instance. I'm listening to this Fellini music,
Oh, okay. The ones that he used in his films. Okay. I mean, you are influential. You're iconic. You're formative. How do you feel when you see other photographers photograph your photographic style so closely? Because I know there is so many out there. When I look at book and I say, okay, this is an Anders Petersen image. I mean, how do you feel when There is so many copycats, I would say.
No, I don't think there are. I don't
Oh?
think so.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. I think you maybe too kind to, or it does for you. It doesn't. You
No,
don't
I don't.
bother.
I don't care about that. No, no. No, if I like a picture, I like it. So, of course, I having many workshops, not in Sweden but outside.
Yes.
And of course, they shoot a little bit like me.
Yes.
But that's why they are
But
coming
are you
to the
encourage
workshop.
them to do that, or
No,
you say no?
absolutely
Please
no.
don't.
Yeah, no, they're the opposite.
Yeah, because
Be
it's
yourself, my
important to
friend.
get your own
Yes, your
language,
own
right?
voice. Yes, yes. Ah, yes, absolutely. I am very distinct on that thing. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I am. Oh, we are. Skål for that.
A brilliant example of you never stopping and you are, as you said, still curious is your latest show or your show at the Nationalmuseum, which is a kind of an odd exhibition with, for me, a completely new way to show photography. And you're in a collaboration with the filmmaker Johan Renck. Can you please tell us about that? I don't know if you have seen it, but if you haven't, you really should do that. It's still on, right?
No, it
Is
stopped.
it? Okay, sorry.
January 11, it stopped.
Okay, I hope you've seen it. It's amazing.
No, but Johan Renck and me, we have many things in common. He has a darkness I like, that I can identify myself with. He is warm. He has a tenderness, and he was together with my first wife's daughter. Yes, he was called Annika. Yeah. And they were married also. They were married, yes. They were married for a long time. But now he is together with another woman for a long time. And has 4 children, I think.
But how was the collaboration, Anders?
Okay, yeah.
Not the family tree here, okay? It's really interesting.
The collaboration was nice.
Right?
We started at Sturehof with a lunch.
Oh, yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah. And he showed me, I sent him around 800,000 pictures. And yes, from different books and so. And he chose around 100. Or first it was 200, and then he put it down to 100, I think, or 80. And then he showed me when at the lunch, a very good lunch. We were sitting there, and he was showing on his mobile what he had done with some of them. And it was fantastic to see my pictures move.
But it is like, I think you have to explain a little bit. It's like a slideshow, but the images are moving of an AI program.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So he had made them. So even I am in the slideshow moving.
Yeah, you too. Yes.
Yeah, me and Amanda.
With Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of weird. But tell us. For me, that is you very open to say yes to things like that.
Yes, I am very open that way, because I don't think you have to hide in a cave with what you're doing. I believe in sharing and trying new things. And Johan Renck would like to move around with my pictures in his way, but still having the same feeling in a way. So for me, it was very, very nice what he did. I like that people are trying,
Yeah, but is this something that you will try another time? Because it's a completely new way to show photography.
Yeah, probably I will try it another time.
Yeah.
I can't say anything more about that, but I am.
Sounds like it is.
Yes, yeah, in a longer way. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Very last question.
Do you know who that is? Agneta Ekman.
Oh, with the guitar.
Yes, with the guitar.
Okay.
Talmaja.
Talmaja. Yeah.
Talmaja.
Famous.
68.
Yeah.
It came out. This picture is taken 69 in Genoa.
Yeah, and they are in the City Diary.
Yeah, they are in the City Diary. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
And she said yes to that. Absolutely, before. Yeah. Before.
So a last question on this. What have you learned from photography or being a photographer?
I've learned that photography is not about photography. I've learned that I don't know so much. I've learned that there are so many things around the corner that I haven't seen yet. And I've learned that it's just to go on, shoot, don't think too much, don't think at all. No, because people are thinking too much. They're using here the brain too much, the brain shooting. The brain shooting is nothing for me. I'm more intuitive. I'm more for emotions, you know. I'm more for that. I'm not for the brain. So it's good if you, some of you are, I've seen here, photographers, you are photographers. The less you can use your brain, the better your pictures will be, for sure. Now I'm talking of this kind of pictures where you are dealing with the people. You have to deal with your emotions and trust yourself and go to the bottom of yourself and to back to basic. This is what counts in a meeting. This is something.
Yeah, I think that's a good one to end this conversation with. And, so thank you very much for listening.
Yeah.
And there will be a microphone flying around, they said. And if you want to...
Flying around.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to ask a question, please do.
Yes, please.
Here we have a gentleman.
Don't hesitate.
Hi.
Hi. Where is hi coming?
I'm here.
There, yes.
I'm with the one with the wine glass that I caught.
Yes.
I have a question around when you look through your contact sheets.
When I went to?
Your contact sheets.
The contact sheets.
When pictures you've been taking, because you're taking a lot of pictures, and we're not talking about the morality of taking pictures around people in vulnerable states, but is there any kind of pictures or a category that you regret taking, or when you see them yourselves that you learned not to take again?
It is like that. You know, when I'm shooting, I don't think. I don't think, is this correct? Is this right or is it bad? I don't think like that. I just take pictures, you know, and I talk. I learn, I take pictures. But I start with learning, and then I talk, and then I take pictures. And I don't stop talking. I don't stop asking questions. And I am probably, when it comes to people I don't know, I'm perhaps, I'm asking too many questions, probably. Yes, I am. And I don't hesitate, you know. I don't hesitate to push the button. Poof, 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 poof. That's the only thing you need to do, you know. Don't make it too... it's not a serious thing, but it is serious. But this is what you have to learn. I mean, as a photographer, if you go to a photo school or something, if you go out in the street, to immediately start shooting. Don't go around thinking about this could be a very nice pictures there. Don't think like that. Just go there. Because if you go thinking and you are looking, oh, this could be a nice picture, then the picture is gone. Poof. It disappears. So you have to be very fast, you know. You have to be poof, poof. You have to be very awake and very focused. And you have to be very sharp on the top of the pyramid, you know. Not down here with all your friends and hoo-hoo drinking and so. You have to be here, very sharp. So when you go directly. But don't show it for anybody. Yeah. This is what I learned. I learned that, you know, this is a technique. I learned it from the prison. It's a very, very famous bank robber. No names, but it was very, very difficult to come to his place where he was sitting. You know, he was in the prison, of course, and he said, and I asked him, how is this possible? You are so famous. Why are you so famous? Because he's very famous. You know who it is. Well, if I would say his name, but I don't want to. And he said, it's not a big thing. So he said, I'm starting. I will tell you very short. He said, listen, it's a pyramid, and you are at the bottom. You are at the bottom, you know. That's where you have all your friends, the good food, the wine, your drugs. Everything is there. And also your pets are there, the dogs. He had 3 dogs. They were there. But nothing cares, you know. You are not supposed to deal with all this. You have to go up there. And you have to think about what you are going to do. You have to think about it. Here, you have to think before. Not when you're doing it. You have to think before. And you have to sharpen the pyramid like that. And the closer you get to the top, the more nervous you will be, the more fever it is, you know. So you are really up, when you are up here, it's really hitting you. Yes? And if it's hitting you, then it's time to go. And he went directly and robbed a bank or whatever he did, you know. I don't rob banks. But I go. When I go out
Take photographs.
Trying to take pictures, I need some minutes and then I go. You're not supposed to walk around. It's supposed to look like that, but you have to be on your toes.
To catch the moment, right?
What?
To catch the moment.
Yeah. And then poof, you go, you know, and you are horrible. And you have to be horrible. You have to be cruel. You are not supposed to be like that. No, you have to be horrible, and you have to be exactly distinct and, horrible. You have to be horrible, but you're not supposed to look horrible. But you have to be a bit horrible because you have to. You're
but
not.
Anders, I think I mean, are you really sure? I mean, you're talking about dancing with elderly women here, having sherry and things. That it's not that horrible, right?
No, I know, but now I'm talking about street shooting.
Oh yeah.
Street shooting is another thing. I'm not talking about being horrible when you're sitting in a room with an old lady. Of course not. Now I'm talking about street shooting. When when you go out in Malmö, you're in Sweden. In Sweden, we have our holy space around us, right? We are very soft in a way, and we are very shy in a way, which I like. We are like that. We are not like the Italians down in Napoli. We are not. We are on our side of the street, yes. But you have to go into that. You have to push yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be strong as hell, but don't show it. But you have to be here inside. You have to be very, very strong, because that we have something in Sweden we call integrity, yes, and which is a good thing, you know. But you have to break it. You have to break and open up the integrity, but in a nice way, not in a horrible way, but in a nice way. In a nice way, it's like a dessert, you know. It's like a present. You have to come as a present to the unknown people, oh, is it possible? They have to feel, yes, it is, because you are there. This is the trick. Yeah.
Next question. Sorry, Anders.
Hi. So they say the best camera out there is the one that you have on you. And I think there's some truth to that expression. But I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about your relationship between analog and digital.
Yeah.
And if you have a preference and why.
Well, I'm an analog type, you know. I have this small little one, T3, and it's nice because it doesn't look very professional, and it's nice enough. I mean, there are better cameras. This is a quite boring camera, probably. It's you don't have many things on it. I mean, but it's sharp. It's a sharp lens here, you know, and and it has a flash, which is good, you know. But on the other hand, you have to remember when it comes both in digital way and analog way, it's just a tool. It's just a tool. What makes the picture is the person behind the camera, not the camera. Remember, it's all about you as human beings. The camera is there to make a job only. But you are the one who stands for feelings, experiences, and love.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, another one. Oh, that's it. That's good. Okay.
It's finished.
Yeah?
We'll
Are we finished?
What?
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Last question then. Okay.
Thank you for your amazing pictures and your art. It's truly fascinating. I have a question about getting to know your subject and the poses they're making.
Yeah, poses, yeah.
Are the poses they're making, are they a result of you getting to know them, or are you getting to know them while they're doing the poses? Is it a way to let them let their guard down?
Yeah, very nice question. You know, to take a picture in this way, if you see, for instance, if you see the lady there, she's a trans person. She has just been stripping, and I went behind the stage and asked if I could take a picture of her, and she said yes, and we talked a little. I was amazed because she had a surgery and took away her sex, made a hole there, and she was stripping with a candle who was burning, and she was masturbating herself with a candle, and then she was pouring the stearine on her chest. And I asked her, doesn't it hurt? And she said, it's a part of it, my friend. She said, how do you want me to be? As you are, I said. And that's the only thing we talked about. I was quite, I was not shocked, but I was touched. I was very touched by her because it was life and death, you know. And if you feel that very thin, surface or whatever, you know, then it's there is a fever in between you, between the person you are shooting. There is a fever, and it's fantastic. It's magic.
Yeah.
And if you can achieve that fever between you and the people you are taking pictures of, it's wonderful. It's a gift.
Yeah, thank you so much for your answer.
Okay. Anders.
Yeah.
Anders Petersen.
Tack.